Hello, my spooky friends.
My name is Cassie.
And I'm Caitlin.
And welcome into I'd Survive. Okay, so it has been approximately 8 minutes since we recorded the last episode.
I watched so many horror movies, Cassie. You wouldn't even believe.
No, our intro is going to be so short for this one. We have absolutely nothing new to talk about. But like one of the things that was just made my January a bit crazy was my PC was taken in for a hard drive replacement that for some reason turned into a 2-week situation where I did not have my PC and we could not record the podcast. And now we are recording 2 episodes back to back on a Monday to get caught up again. So this is part 2. And it's great to have 2 episodes to record after sleeping an hour and a half.
Yeah, you're just vibing over there.
Yeah. So no, I haven't watched a new movie in the last 8 minutes.
Me neither, unfortunately.
I'll take the time to shout out a movie that I'm really excited about coming out this year, though.
Please do.
Which I think I probably have talked to you about. It's the Backrooms movie.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Fun.
A24. And it's like the same guy that created the Backrooms viral YouTube situation. And it's gone so much farther than whatever that first video even was.
Right.
But he's like the director and he's very young. And I think like the youngest A24 movie director.
That's super cool.
And I think it's so cool that they're like having him do that, like run it as the person who created this Backrooms lore.
That's awesome. That reminds me though, actually, that just this past week, the movie Iron Lung came out.
Yeah.
Markiplier's movie. And I'm excited to watch that. I've had low expectations the whole time because like as much as I love Mark and everything, like no disrespect, but like he's not a professional filmmaker.
Right.
But I think like it's gotten good reviews like in the headspace that it is Markiplier making a movie and not a major studio. But I look forward to seeing it, and the whole situation around it has been so wholesome. Just like how well it's done and how he's been talking about it, where like he's like obviously he didn't do it for money, like he did it because he wanted to, and he said he's just really excited that he gets to give big bonuses to the crew now because of the success, and it's just been such like a nice moment, and I look forward to watching that eventually.
Cool. Yeah, I know nothing about it, but I mean, it's so cool that it's getting this major theatrical release. Like, that's awesome.
So cool.
So Cobweb is what we are talking about now. It's been a movie that I've had the title jump out at me a couple times when looking for horror movies. I think it's been recommended to us like on our I'd Survive Discord as well.
Probably. I just need to say before you say any more words, don't hurt me today, okay? The title is upsetting to my soul, and I just need to make sure that it doesn't scare me the way Resident Evil 1 did when there was a giant spider. But
ooh,
please, there's no giant spider in this movie, right? Cassie, stop. Why are you hesitating?
Well, it depends on, you'll see. I'm very interested to see your reaction to what happens in this movie. And yes, everyone, Caitlin is deathly afraid of spiders to the point where I actually asked her like, hey, is it okay if I do this movie in terms of the phobia?
I said yes for some reason.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see where the scare factor falls for you and how affected you are.
I just felt a pit in my stomach when we were talking about that. So it's already going really well for me.
Well, Cobweb was released theatrically by Lionsgate on July 21st, 2023, drew in $10 million at the box office, and was unfortunately very overshadowed by Barbenheimer Summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because, I didn't hear about this until very recently, this movie.
Because no one was talking about this movie during Barbenheimer. Like, everyone's like, oh, they should have waited for a fall release here, and it probably would have done better.
I'm sure.
As far as the cast goes, I recognize the actress who plays the mom in the movie. It is Lizzie Kaplan, who you might know as Janice Ian in Mean Girls.
Okay.
She's like the quirky goth friend.
Every time someone's like, it's in Mean Girls, I'm like, I saw it once a long, long time ago, and I don't know that movie.
I am one of those people that have seen it like 50 times.
I know, and that's cool. And that I love that for everyone. And I always feel bad when people are like, oh, it's this person from Mean Girls. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah. I believe you.
We're also going to have a Halloween setting in this movie.
Ooh.
And if I would have known, I absolutely would have covered this in October.
For sure.
At the same time, the movie is really fun and I don't want to wait until October.
Yeah, no.
So welcome to a spooky Halloween horror in February.
Yay! I'm always down.
2 holiday episodes back to back.
True.
We're just getting thematic. So we open with a little montage over some piano music, setting the tone. The main character we're going to be following is Peter. He's an 8-year-old boy living with his parents in a very moody Gothic house.
Mm-hmm.
We see clips of his mom teaching him piano, and at the end of the montage, he's tucked into bed and trying to get some sleep. But he keeps hearing these thump and bump noises that seem to be coming from the walls.
Oh, okay.
He's actually a pretty reasonable kid, though, because he walks over to his window, looks outside into the backyard, and he can see the creaking of the tree swing, the thumping of the shed door that isn't completely closed. So he's like, all right.
Classic, yes.
It's probably just noise from outside. He gets back into bed and tries to sleep, but the knocking continues, and he looks at a specific wall in his room that it seems to be coming from this time, like very clearly.
Oh, dude, I'm like so in Hill House right now. Like I can't even. Like this is Hill House to me right now, and I hate it.
He walks over and decides to knock back to see what happens.
Ew, no, you don't. You don't knock back. That's a rule.
He knocks on the wall, and yes, the wall very clearly knocks back, like in response.
I have freaking chills, dude.
So he runs to his parents' room and decides to wake up his mom. Very real.
Yeah.
It takes a second for his parents to wake up and understand what he's saying, but when they do, his mom, Carol, walks with him back to his room and gives a few knocks of her own on the wall, but of course nothing knocks back for her.
No, never would.
Peter agrees that nothing is knocking back. He's like, okay, yes, I understand. There's no knocking anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
It must have been some random creaks and groans that freaked him out because the house is old, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
The freaking paranormal trope of nobody believing you is about to piss me off right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I can't wait.
So the next day, Peter waits for the bus to school outside his house, and when it arrives, he gets on and some kid trips him in the aisle, and a bunch of stupid kids start laughing at him and make fun of him, you know.
Yep.
He's that kid because he can't just deal with a haunted house. He has to deal with bullying.
Absolutely.
Even in the classroom at school, all the other kids are loud and rambunctious and playful around him, but he just sits in his seat and keeps to himself. And you can just see he can't wait for school to be over.
Mm-hmm.
At school, though, today, their usual teacher doesn't arrive. Instead, their principal introduces them to Miss Divine, the substitute that will be filling in until Mrs. Bittler comes back.
What a name, Miss Divine.
I know. I wish my last name was Divine.
I know. That's so fun.
Miss Divine seems very warm and kind and lovely, so that's great. But even with a teacher in the classroom, the kids are still ruthless. The kid that tripped Peter on the bus that morning throws a ball of paper at his head in the classroom. Like, it just doesn't end.
Ugh.
This kid, this specific bully, has a name. His name is Brian. And Brian is like, hey, Peter, recess is coming. Just like doling out threats, I guess. Yeah. What's going to happen at recess?
Can't wait to find out.
Well, recess rolls around and Peter decides to stay at his desk in the classroom while all the other kids leave. And Miss Divine notices and picks up on the energy pretty quickly. This boy doesn't have friends and is clearly going through something.
Yep.
So she lets him stay inside with her and is like, oh, you can help me with the Halloween decorations. I love Halloween. Do you know what you're going as this year? And Peter shakes his head and leaves it at that. So she's like, well, that's all right. You've got plenty of time to decide. Peter lays his head down on his desk when a pretty big and pretty fast...
No. Put it down. Put it down.
Spider crawls onto the desktop. And, of course, Peter jumps back in fear, and Miss Divine notices and quickly calms him, saying it's no big deal. She grabs a cup and some paper, traps the spider, and then tells Peter that they're just going to open the window and let him out onto the ledge.
Okay, that's fine.
And he does help her out and is very brave, and it's great. So, like, teacher-spider bonding time.
Yay, that's what I like to do at school most of the time.
Trauma bond with your teacher.
Over spiders.
That night at the dinner table, Peter asks his parents what he's going to be for Halloween this year. He's like, hey, so I really want to dress up and trick-or-treat like all the other kids. But his mom is like, well, we're not the other kids' parents. Like, the other kids' parents can let their kids trick-or-treat, but we're your parents and we say no trick-or-treating.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
So Peter's obviously sad, but he drops it. He didn't think they would say yes this year anyway. And then his dad, his name is Mark, decides to open up to him about something. And he goes, "You know, the old house down at the end of the lane with the boarded windows? Well, a few years ago, before you were born, the little girl that lived there, she vanished on Halloween. She went out trick-or-treating and disappeared." Carol interrupts and is like, "It was a very traumatic event for everyone in the neighborhood, and I personally don't like remembering it." Like, she wishes that Mark would not have brought this up at all.
Okay. This is upsetting to me for the sake of the child, though.
I know. Like, okay, so then you're just going to take his childhood away.
Right. Like, I understand this feels overprotective.
Yes.
You know, helicopter parent kind of vibes. And I don't love that for this poor child.
I know. Like, everyone else has moved on. It's not like a recurring thing. It's not a problem right now.
Exactly.
Which is interesting because just in the last episode, I was like, it happened 20 years ago. We have to still worry about it.
Right.
But it's different a little bit.
Yeah.
That night, Peter's trying to sleep again. It's about 11:30, and he's got a flashlight on his nightstand pointed toward the spooky wall across from him in his bed.
Uh-huh.
And the thumping happens again, but this time it is followed up by the sound of a little girl's voice.
Well, of course.
She is whispering, "Peter, don't tell them."
Ew. Don't tell them what? Ew. No, it's a demon. It's a demon pretending to be a child. But, I mean, it seems very clear to me that this is meant to be the little girl who went missing on Halloween.
Peter screams, and his dad bursts into the room asking what's going on. He tells them it's the wall again, and Mark presses his ear against the wall, trying to listen for something, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But there's nothing there when he listens, of course. So he's like, "It's probably rats. We'll take care of this."
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah. So the next morning, they head into the shed in the backyard where Mark grabs a bag of rat poison, and Peter grabs it and is like, "It smells like cinnamon."
Nope.
Mark tells him to be careful because not everything is as sweet as it seems.
Ooh, spooky.
So they bring the poison pellets inside and spread them along the baseboards of the halls and the wall in Peter's room. And Peter asks what happens when the rats eat it. And Mark is like, "Well, they die."
Uh-huh.
And that realization makes Peter sad. He doesn't want to kill anything, but Mark tells him, "Hey, sometimes you have to make tough decisions to protect your family, okay?"
Ooh.
And Peter agrees. At school the next week, Miss Devine has all the kids do Halloween drawings, and most of them draw witches or vampires or pumpkins, things like that.
I'm drawing a ghost.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I would be a pumpkin girl.
Yeah, pumpkins are cute. Pumpkins are fun to draw.
Yeah. Well, we know that Peter is going to draw something concerning. So
yeah, naturally.
He draws someone in darkness. It's just like complete blackout darkness and then someone trapped in it, and there's the words "help me" floating in the air.
Oh, okay. So on the nose, it's crazy. Yes. I love it.
So when Miss Devine sees this, she decides to make a visit to Peter's house after hours.
I think that's a good idea.
Carol answers the door and has her guard up when Miss Devine introduces herself and asks her how Peter's doing, if he's okay. Carol's very defensive and is like, yes, he's fine.
Oh my God.
So Miss Devine shows Carol the picture and expresses her concerns. And Carol's very embarrassed and says so herself. And she's like, yeah, Peter has an overactive imagination. He still wakes me and his father up in the middle of the night with his flights of fancy. It's just how he is.
Are we supposed to like these parents?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I wasn't like missing the vibe here, but
yeah,
okay.
No.
Good.
And then Carol basically ends the conversation and closes the door in Miss Devine's face. She's like, okay, well, I'm done talking to you now.
Oh, okay.
Cut to Peter playing in his room, and Carol storms in with the picture, and she asks him why he's asking strangers for help.
Whoa.
He insists that he's not, and he repeats it over and over, but then he mutters under his breath, "She is."
Mm-hmm.
And Carol's like, what was that? And Peter looks at her and shakes his head and goes, nothing. It's just a scary picture.
Okay. It's not worth trying to reason with these parents, it seems.
Yeah. I wouldn't be trying to explain it either at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That night, Peter's asleep in his bed. It's 12:51 a.m. and there's a knock on his wall before we hear the little girl whisper, "Wake up, Peter."
I don't like it when you do that voice.
She knocks again and he wakes up, turning his bedside lamp on, and the whisper continues. "Peter, don't be scared. I just want to talk."
No, I'm busy right now.
Peter sits up and talks back. "Please be quiet. I'm imagining you. You're not real." He's so me, like in my lucid dreams, lucid nightmares as a child. Like, please go away.
God.
"You're not real." And she answers, maybe not. "But it seems to me like you could use a friend." "I know I could. But if you don't want one, I'll just leave then."
This little girl, I don't know. Like, it seems like they want you to be like, oh, demon luring child, because like that's the easy, obvious answer, because that's just so common. But so maybe it won't be. I'm curious to see where this goes and who this little girl actually is.
Yes. Peter changes his mind and tells her not to go. When she's like, "Okay, I'll just leave then." He's like, "No, you can stay and we can talk." And it just cuts off there. So we don't know what they talk about, but he's talking to her now.
All right.
The next day at school, all the kids get to paint pumpkins in class, and Peter paints a really good face, like genuinely. It's not creepy. It's like a cute face.
Oh, wait. I want to do this at school. Like, not that I'm in school anymore, but like I want to be so I can paint a pumpkin.
I know.
What the heck?
So Miss Devine is really proud of Peter's work. He's calling his pumpkin Hector.
Oh.
And she whispers in his ear that his pumpkin is her favorite one, which makes him really happy.
Oh.
But then we pan over to the bully kid, Brian, who heard that, and he's like sending daggers Peter's way. Like, "No way Miss Devine likes your pumpkin more than mine."
Suck on it.
Yeah. After school, when Peter's walking across the playground with his little pumpkin Hector, Brian walks up, knocks Hector out of his hands, and stomps on him, leaving him a pile of mush.
Nope. No. Let's go right now. Brian.
I just cry. I just stand there and literally cry.
Honestly, dude, the difference between you and me is crazy.
I know. Well, cut to that night, Peter is crying.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, while trying to fall asleep, and the girl on the wall whispers to him, asking if he's okay or if anyone did something to him. And he says Brian did. Brian shoves him down every day.
Uh-oh.
The girl tells him, "I was afraid of something like that. But
What?
I believe in you, Peter. I bet you're strong enough to stand up for yourself. Show him you're not afraid anymore. Make him afraid of you. You have to push back."
No. What do you mean? I was afraid of something like that. That line is weird.
It is weird. Yeah. So the next day at school, Peter finds Brian.
Okay, Brian's not dead though, so that's good.
Nope, Brian's alive, but Peter decides to push back and he pushes him down the stairwell.
Deserved, like.
Right.
Like, okay.
Brian breaks his leg.
Oh, shit.
And this is our first survivability check.
Did I survive the fall down the stairs? Well.
This is one of those movies where obviously we don't have a death yet, and this can happen.
Yeah.
The questions are kind of going to be leading to the possibility of going down a path that could lead to death in the future. That's what it's got to be. Okay, so we have 4 questions here for Act 1. First off, would you ignore the voice in the walls?
Oh, no.
You got to put yourself into like 8-year-old mode as well.
Oh, I would be so scared as an 8-year-old. Like when I was 8, I hated horror. I hated paranormal. Like I wanted nothing to do with it. I remember when I first found out that ghosts were quote real, like I didn't know that was a thing people actually believed in, and I thought I was going to die. But like I don't think I could sleep in my room. So like that's the thing, you know? Like this is hard actually.
I know. These questions are surprisingly thinkers.
Yeah. Do you ignore it? No, I don't think I do, but I think it's just so much more complex than that. So,
okay.
I'm going to say 44.
Wow, okay. I did 14.
Oh, wow. You're just going to have a conversation.
Yeah, I don't think I could just continue to pretend that that's not happening.
Mm.
Like, I feel like eventually I would give in. And I was very much a kid that believed in magic. And
Okay.
I was less concerned about ghosts as a kid. I was more concerned about serial killers. So I feel like I'd be like, oh my God, this is like my fairy godmother.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would be scared shitless.
Could you successfully convince your parents that the voice in the wall is real?
Ooh, no. No, because I know, like, putting myself in my parents' shoes, I'm not going to believe an 8-year-old telling me that there's voices coming out of the wall.
Sure.
Hate to say it, but I'm just not, because I don't really believe in those things. So would I be able to convince my parents? Well, my mom is a big believer. Like, she's very religious.
Uh-huh.
So quick, like, side tangent is that we've had paranormal experiences in my parents' house. And even my dad, who does not believe in that stuff, has admitted that he's heard people walking upstairs. And my mom, like, straight up believes that there's a ghost in the house because she's like, I saw a shadow once. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually interesting. I think my dad would be hard to crack, but my mom would be like, what? Where?
Yeah.
So I'll say I'm going to say 50.
Okay. I went 42.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. I think I could, at the very least, convince my mom that it's real to me and maybe she'll do something about it.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she wouldn't just be like these parents where they're like,
right.
It's
absolutely
an old house. Like, it might start off that way, but eventually it's like, okay, we got to do something about this.
My parents also, like, a few times when I was a kid, I did sleep in my parents' bed. It was a very tight squeeze, but I was like, I'm scared. And they'd be like, okay, you can sleep here.
I didn't even think about that. But when I was having nightmares every night that I was being murdered by a serial killer when I was 5,
It's not funny. Why did I laugh?
My mom literally put a couch in her room for me to sleep on. And I slept in there for like a year. Yeah.
Wait, that's so sweet. Baby Cassie.
Yeah. Would you confide in your teacher for help if your parents didn't believe you?
No. I'm going to say like 5%. I don't see
really
myself doing that. Yeah. I was like a really shy, anxious kid. So like, I didn't talk to people unless they spoke to me. And even then it was questionable if I responded.
Sure.
Like, I was that kid that my parents had to be like, they just said hello to you. Because I was just scared. Not because I was trying to be an asshole, but because I was like scared of speaking. So there's no way.
Okay. I gave myself a 58% because I think it would be 50-50 on the teacher, like my vibe with my specific teacher, assuming that they're a Miss Divine kind person.
Sure.
I'd be a bit more likely to just decide to try.
Yeah. The only exception would be is if it was Miss Honey, and then I would tell her everything.
Yeah.
We all love Miss Honey.
We do. And finally, would you refuse to let the voice in the wall affect your decision making? So basically what happened here is, he pushed Brian down the stairs because of that voice in the wall.
Yeah.
Are you letting yourself get talked into that or no?
Interesting, because I think I wouldn't let the voice convince me to push somebody down the stairs.
Okay.
Could it maybe influence minor decisions that do not harm other individuals? Sure. But I would never push somebody down the stairs for that. So I'll give myself a 82.
Yeah, I went 72.
Yeah. Because, like, again, it's some of the things I could be convinced to do, but not that.
Yeah, I feel like obviously I was very instilled with, like, don't ever hurt someone.
Right. Like, don't do that.
So it would take a lot for that to rewire. As a kid, but also like I feel like I was a really gullible kid that believed in magic, and there's a chance that if I trust this person and my parents don't believe me, but this person does and wants to help, like, I don't know. As an 8-year-old, I don't know.
It's true. That's true.
My Act 1 score came out to 47%, which is kind of like, I mean, it's a 100% in terms of actually dying in this first act.
Right.
But we're going to give the 47% here counting toward how I'm going to survive going forward, a trajectory of sorts at what we're looking at here.
Yeah, makes sense. And mine is a 45.
Okay.
So,
very in sync.
Similar place.
So Peter's parents get called in over this incident, and Peter ends up getting expelled. Isn't that crazy as an 8-year-old?
Okay. Also, like, I get that that's a horrible thing, but for nothing to have been done about everything that was done to him, and then he gets expelled for one retaliation. Nope. Don't like that.
I was really surprised by that, but okay. That night at home, his parents are pissed, and his dad is like, we do not react with violence in this house. I don't know what's gotten into you. And Carol's like, hey, Mark, so I didn't tell you about this, but he drew a picture of a child surrounded by darkness asking for help the other day.
Yeah, some stuff's going on there, maybe.
And Mark's like, no, that's not possible. It's just a coincidence.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let that ruminate.
Sure.
And then he grounds Peter, and Carol agrees and is like, okay, Peter, go to your room. But Mark's like, no, you're not going to your room. You're going into the basement.
What? No, shut up. Okay, this guy's psychotic. What year is it, by the way?
It's weird because it's present day because Miss Devine has an iPhone. But this house, like, they have like corded phones and like box TVs and like everything is looking like it's probably out of the 70s.
Oh, okay. Because like, not that this is good no matter what, but I would believe this to be more like less of a terrible thing if it were like longer ago, because it was kind of like punishments were a lot
very
harsher,
different,
you know?
Yeah.
But modern day send him to the basement, like, damn.
Well, and then he moves the fridge in the kitchen aside to reveal a hidden basement door.
What?
So even that in the 80s or 70s is crazy.
No, okay, that's different. I thought they were just gonna be like, go sit down there and think about what you did. But no, we're gonna like kind of lock him in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay.
So they bring Peter down there. It's your classic unfinished creepy basement covered in a lot of cobwebs.
What? No. No way.
And Mark tells Peter to sit on the ground. His mom is emotional and she's like, we're doing this because we love you, okay? And they turn out the singular light bulb and leave him to sit in the dark while they return upstairs and put the fridge back in front of the door again.
That is like that's basically like putting a child in solitary.
Yes.
Like, that is, oh my God, that's crazy.
Insane. Like, they are the villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
Which, with this context, the fact that he's leaning into this kind of voice in the wall.
True.
I give him more leeway.
Absolutely.
Peter cries and feels so alone and so scared, and he tries to ask the voice in the wall to talk to him again, to like keep him company. Because he needs like that companionship and comfort here, but the voice doesn't respond.
Oh.
There's a big crate and some heavy duty like sand sacks, you know, being used as weights to cover this crate on the floor. And Peter moves all of this stuff out of the way to find a chain that attaches to this metal chain link trap door in the floor. Yeah, so like you can see down into it.
Ew, I don't like that.
And there's like a whole tunnel system beneath this house. Like it goes deep when you look down.
Whoa.
So anyways, at school.
Anyway.
So, let's not worry about that. The principal talks to Miss Devine, concerned about the fact that she went on a personal house call to check on Peter.
Yeah.
He says it really upset Peter's parents, and there's nothing we can poke our noses into, basically, unless he's wetting himself, has bruises, or is talking about like sexual things that he shouldn't know about. He's like, these are the 3 things that we can step in on, but there's not really anything here that warrants a house call.
That's fair, I think.
Miss Devine isn't totally comfortable with this. She says, like, she tries to explain that she got a weird vibe from Peter's mom when she visited. And the principal's like, look, a kid went missing here in town years ago, and I can't blame any parent for being overprotective.
Yeah.
Especially around this time of year. But Miss Devine still isn't feeling right about any of this, so while she's grading some math papers later, she comes upon Peter's test. He got an 85%. Good job, Peter.
Okay.
And she decides to write down her phone number on the test.
Ooh.
Then she drives back over to Peter's house and knocks on that door, and Carol answers.
See, I don't this is tough because I get we're supposed to be like, yes, teacher, go save him and whatever. But like, I do understand why the principal is saying what he's saying.
I know,
this particular
I agree.
situation. So it's like, it's tough. I'm like, ooh, maybe don't. Like, I don't. You could also make things worse. I don't know.
Yeah. And I was a weird kid. Like, apparently I told some girl that there was like a message in blood on the walls in the girls' bathroom when I was in the 3rd grade.
Cassie,
I was messed up.
You can't be doing that.
I know. But like, it doesn't cycle back to like parental abuse. It cycles back to me seeing a movie that I shouldn't have seen.
That's true.
Which I guess a parent did allow me to see. But anyway, I get like sometimes kids are just weird and they do see things here and there and they get ideas. And it's just like, it is a lot to do these house calls.
Yeah.
But we're happy for it because we know that the parents are abusive.
Right. Exactly.
But she doesn't know that for sure. So it's definitely risky.
Mm-hmm.
Carol answers and Miss Devine is like, hey, Peter did great on his last math test and I thought I would drop it off for you because like he's expelled now. So like here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a decent excuse, honestly.
Yeah. Carol's on the defense and is absolutely going to attempt to get rid of her as soon as possible. But then Mark walks up and is like, oh, Miss Devine, why don't you come in? We just made some coffee.
Oh, wait. How sus is this about to be? Hold on.
So Miss Devine comes inside and has a seat at the kitchen table where Mark serves her a cup of coffee, and he has this huge gash, actively dripping blood in his forearm, by the way.
Like, whoa.
And she's just like, oh, you're bleeding. And
sir.
She's like looking in her coffee like, oh. And he's like, oh, no big deal. Loose nail. I do a lot of like fixer-upper work around here. Happens all the time.
Okay, like that's believable, but like maybe clean it up.
Yeah, like don't serve me my coffee while you're actively dripping blood into it, maybe.
Exactly.
So anyway, Miss Devine apologizes for what happened with Peter getting expelled and everything. And Mark's like, he'll be fine. He's a spirited boy. We're just going to homeschool him and it'll be great. And Miss Devine's like, oh, well, I think he would thrive better in an environment that could be better tailored to his needs. Like she wishes they would find another district or school.
Sure.
And Carol starts freaking out, telling Miss Devine that she can't take their son away from them.
Oh, whoa.
And Mark says that family is all that Peter needs. So
ew, no.
Now we're at the point in the conversation where Miss Devine asks, hey, so where is he?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah. And Mark answers in a sinister tone, he's grounded. And
wait. Ground. Yeah, sorry.
Exactly. And quickly Carol's like, in his room. Like, obviously he's grounded in his room. Haha.
It makes it so much more sus. In his room, obviously.
They're so sus. Like, dude. The energy is so off.
Ugh.
So Miss Devine asks if she could see him, and Carol just blows up screaming about how weird it is that Miss Devine has this special interest in her son and insinuating that they aren't fit parents. Like she can get that vibe from Miss Devine that she's worried that they're bad parents, which they are, but she's offended.
Okay.
Peter hears the fighting and realizes that someone else is in the house. So he runs up the basement steps and bangs on the door and calls for help. But they have laundry going in the room next door. I know. So the banging does just kind of sound like the dryer, and his little screams can't be heard.
Dang.
Mark tells Miss Devine it's time for her to leave, and she starts to head for the door, but then decides to stop because she can't differentiate if that banging is or isn't the laundry. Like, she does hear it, but she's like, is it the laundry? Is it not? She asks Mark what that banging is.
Oh, God. Girl, be careful.
Yeah, he suddenly has a hammer in his hand, by the way. And now he's like, it's the laundry. Leave.
Ew. Okay.
She did see the laundry going. She walked past it, so she decides to leave, but she feels worse than ever about this whole situation.
Yeah.
That night, Carol decides to make some pumpkin cupcakes.
Yay! I do like a pumpkin flavored anything.
They literally capture the Halloween ambiance so well. I would highly recommend October Vibe. Check this one out.
I definitely can feel, I like the vibes a lot.
Yes, pumpkin cupcakes, and Carol brings them down to Peter and says that he can come out now, and she offers him some cupcake. She's like, all better? Let's go. Carol later that night gives Peter a bath from his, I think, 24 hours in the basement.
Oh my God. No, like that's so next level insane. I can't.
Yeah.
I cannot. Wow.
And Mark comes in and asks Peter what he learned during his time down there. And Peter answers that I need to grow up and stop telling lies.
Oof.
And Carol adds on, and no more nightmares.
Oh, yeah, just make sure you knock those off.
As if he can help that.
That's crazy.
Peter agrees, and his parents are like, good boy, we love you, we forgive you.
We forgive you. Okay. I don't forgive you for putting me in the basement for 24 hours, so.
Exactly. That night, when Peter's alone in his room, he returns to the wall and knocks on it, begging for the voice to talk to him again.
Yeah.
And she comes back, and he tells her that his parents locked him in the basement, and the voice says, I knew it. You have to be careful with them. They're not what they seem.
Well, okay. All right.
He tells her, I want to see you. And she says, no, I've been here too long. You wouldn't like the looks of me. You'll scream and get us caught.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's giving... Oh, I have thoughts. Okay, but I'll just keep...
Yeah, I think we have similar thoughts.
Yeah.
He promises her that he won't scream. So she says, okay, there's a hole behind this wallpaper.
Ew. Oh, no.
I know. Peter leans down and pulls some of the wallpaper back near the baseboard of the wall, unveiling a hole in the wall, like a perfect little circle, like that you can like put an eye against, you know?
The tension in this scene is definitely slow as all hell, too. Like the peeling of the paper.
Yes.
Oh my God, I can feel it.
He peeks inside and an eye shines back at him.
No, thank you.
Making him jump back. And he finally asks the voice who they are. And she answers, I'm your sister.
Yeah.
What? Just sister things. I've been waiting, Peter. I had to wait until you were big enough to move the clock that hides the door. Big enough to help me escape the wall.
Wait. Oh. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Now I'm like kind of fucked up. Like,
I know.
Is there actually a person in there?
I know. Peter shakes his head and tells her she's scaring him. And she says, you need to be scared. Mom and Dad are evil. Now you know. Like after the way they treated you, now you know.
Ooh.
And she's saying like, they put me in the walls.
Right.
And why wouldn't you believe her? Because they just trapped you in the basement.
Exactly. Yeah. So would you say in this moment as a viewer, you're like questioning whether or not there is somebody back there, or are you meant to be like, no, I can tell, like this is a lying entity?
I'd say it's 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So all of this is terrifying Peter, like whether it is a demon, whether it's his sister in the walls.
Either way, sucks.
It's scary, yeah. So he jumps in bed and forces himself to sleep for the night. I don't know how.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be me.
But in the middle of the night, he wakes up to the sound of someone knocking on his bedroom door. He calls out, asking if it's Mom, but instead of a response, the door handle slowly moves and the door opens by itself.
Okay, that's okay.
And no one is on the other side.
All right, so it is paranormal ?
Just an empty hallway, but we see his mom walk past the hallway at the end of it for a split second before the hallway light turns out completely.
Ew.
Again, he calls out for his mom, but nothing happens.
Ew.
And instead, we pan over to the corner of the bedroom where we see...
Stop. I don't like this.
We see his dad.
What?
Standing there with a smile on his face.
Whoa, what?
And his teeth are violently chattering, like with excessive blinking. So imagine he's just like blinking at you and chattering his teeth, and it's really loud. He's just like...
I'm disgusted. I don't want to think about that, actually. I'm good.
It's wild. And then suddenly he stops the teeth chattering, the dad, and he goes, look what you've done to your mother, Peter.
Huh?
And we pan back to the hall, which is bright with moonlight now.
No.
And his mom is standing there in a very stiff stance with a spooky smile on her face, too. And she starts sprinting at him.
The worst. Literally, no jump scare gets me more than somebody going from being still to just sprinting out of nowhere.
It's so good.
Ugh.
And then she jumps on top of him in his bed. But that is when Peter wakes up.
Oh, okay. Dude,
Okay.
why did I believe this whole I was like, this is crazy. How did this happen?
I know. He's having nightmares because it's getting to him thinking like his parents could be evil.
That's true. Yeah.
Which they low-key are.
I mean, they are, whether or not they're doing any more than they're already doing. So
Right. But he wakes up, it's morning, and his mom is right there pulling him out of his nightmare and like comforting him, saying like, oh my God, what's wrong? You were screaming in your sleep. Are you okay? The next night, Peter chats away with the voice, which is now telling him that mom and dad hate her and she was trapped in their room, but she clawed her way into his room over time.
Oh.
And she says that once their parents have had enough of her, they'll kill her and put Peter in the wall as a replacement.
See, it doesn't make sense though. So it can't be a real person. Because why would they? Okay. I have a lot of questions.
Peter's like, no, they wouldn't do that. Like, this is where he draws the line. He's like, they wouldn't kill you. They wouldn't kill anybody. But the voice tells him, they already have. You need to see what's buried in the garden.
Oh, okay. Give me a shovel. Let's go.
So she tells him where he needs to dig. And the next day, he digs in the pumpkin patch that they have in the backyard.
Oh boy.
And he finds a skull.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. The next night, the voice drops some more lore.
Give me that.
She goes, it was Halloween before they locked me in the wall. A trick-or-treater came to the door. I asked her for help, and she saw me. So they killed her, Peter. I don't want to end up like that girl.
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
So they killed her. Makes sense.
So yes, the girl that famously went missing on Halloween years ago is buried in the family's backyard.
Cute.
Now at this point, Peter's convinced and he tells the voice that he'll get her out of the wall so that they can run away together and be a real family. And then he pulls out his math test and he sees that phone number at the top and he says, I think I know someone who can help us.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess.
So Peter sneaks into his parents' bedroom and uses the random corded phone on their nightstand. He calls Miss Devine and tells her that he needs her help. She's standing in her classroom in the middle of eating some pumpkin pastry, very much in shock.
Yeah, yum, though.
Right? But Peter can't explain further because he hears a creak and his mom enters the room, so he has to hang up.
Yep.
But his mom knows what he was doing, and when the phone rings again, it's Miss Devine calling back.
Oh, no. No, don't call back.
Yeah. Carol answers this time, and she's like, oh, yeah, I told Peter to call you because he said that he misses you so much, but now he's gone all shy. Well, better luck next time. Happy Halloween.
They really want to be as sus as they possibly can.
So yeah, she hangs up and then she grabs Peter and drags him to his room. She's pissed.
Oh, here we go.
But before she can even properly yell at him, once they're in his room, she notices like the disheveled wallpaper at the bottom of his wall.
Uh-oh.
She peels it back and finds the hole in the wall and she starts panicking.
Oh.
And yes, she's scared.
Oh, no.
And she's listening to the wall as she feels out his room. And then she's like, ends up in the hall. Like she's like trying to really listen close. And she's like following something here.
Oh.
And then she turns on Peter and is like, what did she tell you?
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it still could just be the spirit of the little girl, I guess. And they know that she's here. Ooh, I don't know though. Okay.
The grandfather clock strikes a new hour and she shakes her head and says to Peter, it doesn't matter. Whatever happens now, it will be your fault. You just wait till your father gets home.
Oh, all right. You know what? I'm just gonna like, the second she turns her back, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. This is ridiculous.
And she shuts herself away in a room, like leaving Peter alone in his room to just cry.
Nice. W mom.
Yeah. That night, as Peter tries to sleep, the voice drills into him again that pretty soon their parents are going to kill them both and they have to do something. So Mark gets home late and Peter creeps to the top of the steps and sees his mom frantically filling his dad in on what happened. And the only snippet we get to hear is Mark saying, we need a new house. We can't keep finding temporary solutions.
Okay.
But then they hear Peter on the stairs and Peter runs back to his room.
Oh, Peter, please be careful.
It doesn't take long before Mark comes into his bedroom and Peter's pretending to be asleep, but Mark says, I know you're awake, son. You get a good night's sleep. When I get home tomorrow, you'll help me out in the garden. There's a problem we need to take care of.
Oh.
And Peter's lying there like, oh my God, I'm next. Like, I'm going to be the new skeleton buried in the pumpkin patch.
Oh, I didn't even think that because I'm stupid, but yeah.
Yeah. And that's our second survivability check-in.
Ooh, this is fun. This is spooky vibes. I love me some spooky dooky vibes.
Yes.
That's great.
We have another 3 questions.
All right.
And none of them are deadly, of course.
Yay.
Would you stop believing the voice at any point in this second act here? You know, this is where she drops the lore on us. This is where she's convincing us our parents are evil and going to kill us. Like, is there anything here that makes you stop believing her?
I think so, because I don't know. It is putting yourself in his shoes, though.
I was going to say, at this point, you got to put yourself in the shoes of someone with abusive parents.
Exactly. Right. Because it's like, that seems far-fetched and crazy until you think about the fact that they put him in the basement for 24 hours. I'm going to go under 50, but not like 0. You know what I mean? I'm going to go 22.
I did 27.
Yeah. It's just like, there's a chance that I'm going to like back off, but you're the only friend I've had.
Yes.
I mean, the teacher too, but we're being blocked from the teacher.
Yeah. Would you successfully call Miss Divine for help? I guess, would you do it at all? But also, would you successfully be able to like pull that off without your parents finding out?
Probably not.
Yeah. Same reason you wouldn't reach out.
Yeah.
Before.
I probably wouldn't call at all. But if I did, even then, it's like, I don't know. I feel like they'd catch me because they're so helicoptery.
Right.
I'll go 12.
Okay. I went 42.
Okay.
If I had that math test and I knew she was on my side and I would take that as like a, hey, seriously, call me. And I would want an adult that isn't abusive. So yeah, I do think I'd try to reach out, but I'm under 50 because I don't know. I also am like, I wasn't as shy as you, but I was a shy kid and I was like, didn't want to cause any problems or like.
Sure. Yeah.
It's also like reaching out for help just makes it feel more real. And I'd be so scared. Like,
oh my God, wait, that's so real. Reaching out for help makes things seem real. That's actually, yeah.
And then finally, would you manage or even want to escape the house at this point?
I think, yeah. But like, again, 8-year-old, I was not like an independent 8-year-old. I was a very dependent 8-year-old. But like with the dad being like, tomorrow, like, wait till I get home, I would be really scared.
Yeah.
So I think there's a chance I leave, but not a huge one. 31.
Okay. I did an 11%. I don't think I would want or try to leave.
Okay.
Because I would be all in with this girl in the wall and feeling the need to save her from our evil parents.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to abandon her.
Interesting. I did not think of her at all. I thought of myself and only myself. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay, valid.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings my Act 2 score to a 27%, dropping a good 20% from the first for me.
All right. And for me, I am down to a 22%. Yikes. This is looking scary.
Mark takes Peter out into the pumpkin patch and shows him how several of the pumpkins are infected with black rot. And he gives this whole speech to Peter about how they need to bury the rotted pumpkins or they could infect the new good pumpkins. Yes. Get rid of this batch, hope for the better batch. And he stares at Peter very intensely and is like, do you understand?
Ew.
And I can't tell if Peter really does understand what his dad is trying to tell him here, alluding to, clearly they're kind of admitting here they've done to the girl in the walls.
Yeah, right.
But Peter's just like, yeah, okay.
Sure.
So then that night, we see a van pull up in front of this house. And the dude driving is a teenager, same with his friend in the passenger seat. And he asks someone in the back, is this it, cuz? And Brian leans forward with a friend of his in a bunny mask. And he's like, yup, like this is the house. So they're planning on getting some revenge on Peter because of Brian's broken leg.
Okay, this is a smart idea.
Little Brian has gone to his teenage cousins for help.
What the hell?
That night at dinner, Peter and his parents are sitting down to enjoy some soup that looks like slop. It looks disgusting. And the doorbell rings, and Carol marches over aggravated. She's annoyed that her family can't have one night of peace. You hear like trick or treat, and she's like, go away! And she slams the door in their face.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Their porch light isn't even on, so she's like, I don't know why people keep doing that. But whatever, let's try to enjoy our dinner as a happy, loving family.
Yes, that's what we are.
Yeah. Mark notices that Carol's soup tastes a little different tonight.
Oh.
And he asks if she's done anything with it, anything different. And Carol's like, what? Like, no.
Oh.
But she can taste it too. There's something sweeter than usual, something that tastes like cinnamon. And Mark slowly comes to the realization that Peter has put rat poison in the soup, and he's not been eating his since they sat down for dinner.
Oh my... Huh?
Listen,
all right.
The voice told him to kill them or they would be killed.
That is crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So he grabs Peter and tells him to admit what he's done, and Peter simply replies, "You hurt my sister." Both parents are in shock, like, oh no, and Mark screams at Carol to call 911, but when she makes it over to the phone, she finds that the cord has been cut.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like she's telling him exactly what to do here. And Mark starts puking up a lot of blood before he drops to like an immediate death.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Carol grabs a kitchen knife and starts running after Peter.
Ew, ew, ew. Gross.
Chasing him up the stairs.
Well, nope. Ew, ew, ew.
And he's just about to clear the stairs when she grabs his ankle, but he uses his other foot to kick her in the face as she's puking up blood now too.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
And she falls backwards down the stairs and dies by landing on the knife that she was holding in her own hand.
Okay, karma. Like.
Exactly.
End of story.
Or so we think.
Oh, no.
So she does have one final comeback when Peter grabs her ring of keys from her waistband.
Oh my God, that's such a common one too.
Yeah. And she grabs at him one last time with like wide eyes and she says, "Peter, don't let her out." And then she dies.
Okay.
And Peter runs away terrified of her. He runs up to his parents' bedroom where the voice is waiting for him in the wall, telling him to move the grandfather clock carefully because it's very heavy. He ends up having to push it over to move it, and it crashes to the floor, revealing a little Coraline door in the wall behind it.
Yay!
Yeah, and it's got a hefty lock.
Ooh.
The voice heard the crash and asks Peter if he's all right. He says he is, and then he unlocks the door.
Like, huh? Like, what/who is this? Because if it was a person and they were actually dangerous, the parents would just kill her, in my opinion.
It swings open and eyes shine back at him from the darkness within. And then the cute little kid voice is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And instead, this thing laughs, revealing like a low, decrepit, raspy voice.
Ew, yeah.
Peter runs to his room and shuts the door, immediately scared.
Yep.
As he should be, because as this monster crawls out of the door, it is a human.
Oh.
It's basically a human that moves like a spider.
No, okay. All right. Well,
we're back.
This was a great episode. And I'm glad it's over now because it's done and the movie ended.
Yeah. So when you asked me, like, is it a big spider?
Ew.
I was like, well, I don't know how to answer that because she is human, but like she is spider.
No, I don't want her to be spider.
Yeah, very long nails, sallow skin, and hair that kind of gives the effect of cobwebs.
Oh, ugh, okay.
Yeah, and it's long, like Rapunzel hair, because she's been in the walls for a long time.
Sure.
And there's a lot of spiders in her hair.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
Stop.
She's one with the spiders.
No, okay. I'm good. I'm good.
She creeps over to Peter's bedroom door and says, "Good boy, Peter. What was it like watching them die?"
Oh my God.
Then there's a ring of the doorbell and we hear a teenager yell, "Trick or treat." So Brian and his cousins are here for their revenge, and the monster goes, ooh, just like the girl in the garden, insinuating, it's time for her to kill again. Just a little Halloween tradition.
Yeah, you're gonna have Brian, honestly.
Yeah, right.
That's fine. Like, that's good with me.
Then she hides the parents' bodies and slowly opens the front door so that the kids outside can't see her. But she does open it, and they're just looking into an empty house, and they're like, all right, let's go, I guess. They walk in.
Oh.
They walk inside. They're calling out for Peter and treating this like a game of hide and seek.
Ew.
Meanwhile, Peter's now hiding under his bed. And there's 4 of them. There's 2 kids, Brian's one of the kids, and then his friend. And then there's the 2 teenagers.
Sure.
And they all have masks on. Actually, it might be 3 teenagers and then Brian's the only kid. I don't know. But I identify them by their mask. So
sure. Okay.
We have a cat mask guy who ends up coming into his bedroom and is slowly giving it a once over. And downstairs in the kitchen, bunny mask guy is seeing that there's blood all over the floor. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Then we've got pig mask guy just busting up a piano in the parlor with a baseball bat just for funsies.
Sure.
Brian's in his crutches and he's got a monkey mask on and he's slowly making his way through the house. His crutches slide on a puddle of blood and he falls to the ground.
Oh, shucks.
Over to Pig Mask, he notices something on the piano. It's like a nest of some sort, dusty hair nest with spiders crawling in it. And he just stares at it like, what the hell am I even seeing right now? He's actually a bit confused. Especially when the hair moves and slides off the top of the piano, falling beneath.
What?
And Pig Mask takes a step forward, and then our spider monster grabs his ankles, pulls him under the piano, and all we hear is a chomp.
Ew!
And we see a huge spray of blood burst out from under the piano.
That's crazy.
You'd think Pennywise just opened his mouth.
Ooh, I do like Pennywise. Okay. That made me feel better. Think about Pennywise. I feel better now.
Okay, now Cat Mask hears this commotion from upstairs and heads out of Peter's bedroom to see what's going on. And Brian, on the floor in the entryway, looks to his left to see a cabinet door for some reason slowly creaking open, and he sees Carol's dead body stuffed inside it.
Okay, cute. Look at that.
His reaction is actually kind of like, oh, weird. That's spooky. What the heck that's weird.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense.
So Bunny Mask comes running into the entryway, terrified all of a sudden. Clearly the monster's coming for him now, and he's running away from her. But from around the corner, the spider monster grabs his legs, and he's holding on to the corner of the opening of this room, trying to resist being pulled away. And he screams at Brian, "It's got my leg! Brian, help me!" And Brian just stares in terror.
Yeah.
What's going on? As Bunny Mask starts being pulled up and down in the air, all the way to the ceiling, drops back down. All the way to the ceiling, drop back down.
Wait, is it funny?
Yes. Well, it's not supposed to be, but to me it was funny.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's funny to me too.
Yeah, he does successfully get pulled around that corner into the hallway, and we'll consider that an RIP to him based on the noises that happen there.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Then this spider monster girlie starts climbing on the walls and the ceiling. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Okay.
But we don't see her, really. We just see her hair hanging down as she moves.
Stop.
With the spiders just crawling inside it. And a spider ends up falling onto Brian's face.
No, okay.
And he looks up and he sees this monster, and his screams fill the air now. He finally decided to scream.
Yeah.
Which is when we get a cut back up to Cat Mask on the staircase landing upstairs, and he calls out to Brian. Brian does not respond.
Oop.
And then when Cat Mask looks downstairs, he sees blood stains, he sees crutches, he sees no Brian.
Oh, no.
So it's just Cat Mask and his hockey stick against the world. As he steps onto the staircase, ready to carefully make his way down. But then the spider monster girl climbs up the wall and she eats him up. She munches his head clean off.
Aww.
And Peter sees this headless body walking around for a second down the hall outside of his room. Cat Mask's headless body.
Yeah.
before then Cat Mask falls to the ground and then Spider Monster starts crawling toward his room.
Okay.
She climbs up onto his bed. Remember, he's still under it.
Yeah.
And then her hair cascades over the side. So that's like all he can see from underneath.
Oh.
And then she starts a monologue.
No, why? No, You're a spider lady. Like, that's... Stop it.
She goes, when you were born, they were so happy. When I was born, they screamed. So Daddy made me a pit. And then he made me a cage. While you were whining in this warm bed, I was suffering among cobwebs and rats, learning how to climb, how to bite, learning how to make you do what I want. Trick or treat.
What?
Yeah, so apparently she was born this way, but then got worse. What I'm taking from this is she was just like a deformed baby. Okay? I don't know what kind of deformity, but they were freaked out by her and ashamed of her and kept her inside all the time.
Okay, but she can crawl on the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay.
So she, at a young age, was seen by that trick-or-treater, and they were embarrassed. Like, oh no, they saw our deformed child.
Oh.
So they killed the trick-or-treater.
The parents actually did?
Yes, they really did do that.
Oh, I thought she did it. Okay.
No. Although... Actually, now that I think about it, the way she was monologuing before, she's like, ooh, just like last time, trick-or-treater. She could have been like referring to her attacking them or the parents attacking, and now she gets her turn because she's turned evil from all this time.
Sure.
In the walls. But basically what we're meant to take is like they put her in the walls because they were ashamed of her. Maybe they put her in the walls because she did attack.
Yeah.
But that kind of ruins her story, in my opinion.
Right.
I thought we were at the same time supposed to take from it that once, like, being put in the walls forced her into this spider monster being that she is today. And she, like, acquired all these spider skills because of living among the spiders.
Sure. Okay.
Then she places a jack-o'-lantern down on the floor with Cat Mask's head inside it. And
okay.
Peter starts screaming his head off. Okay.
Yeah.
Then the spider monster drags Peter over to the Coraline door and locks him inside, telling him he'll be safe in there.
No.
But don't worry because Miss Divine has finally arrived.
Oh my God. Queen? ? Hopefully.
She rings the doorbell and of course doesn't get an answer. So she just walks inside.
Oh, well, she's going to see some stuff.
Right. At that point, you know how we always yell at people for just walking in? I think it's valid in her situation here.
Yeah, I don't hate her for it. I wouldn't do it, but I don't hate her for it.
And right away, she knows something is wrong. It's a mess. There's blood in the kitchen around the corner. She sees a giant mass of hair moving into the next room.
Stop talking about that. Stop.
So she follows it and the spider monster ends up scurrying back around into the kitchen. Like it's like into the hall, back into the kitchen, comes back around behind Miss Divine and scratches her shin. She falls to the ground in pain, but immediately she's up and running. She grabs a fire poker along the way.
Good.
And then she hears Peter screaming from upstairs and he's screaming at her to run. But she hears a child screaming and is like, nope, I need to help this kid. So she runs upstairs and ends up in his room where she can see Peter's hand sticking out of the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, like we're going to get you out of here. Spider Monster is crawling up the stairs and swiftly makes her way down the hall. But Miss Divine gets up and closes the door just in time, then moves a dresser in front of it, blocking her out.
Okay.
Obviously, she asks Peter, like, what's that?
So, what was going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, no?
As the spider monster's banging on the door and messing with the handle, Peter's like, that's my sister. So she's like,
don't worry, that's my sister. She's in a bad mood, though. You be careful around her.
Mr. Fine's like, all right. And then the spider monster enters through the Coraline door. And Peter can hear that. And he's like, oh no, she's coming for me.
Oh.
Okay. Because this is just the hole in the wall. The Coraline door is in the parents' bedroom.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was in his room. I see now. Got you.
So Miss Divine starts breaking down the wall of his bedroom with the fire poker.
Yeah.
And is able to get him out and they run from the room. He stops and grabs keys that are still in the Coraline door lock. in his parents' room so that they can unlock the front door and escape because apparently they've been locked in.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they run downstairs to the front door, unlock the door, and they run outside.
Yay!
Well, Miss Devine runs outside.
Oh.
And then she looks back and sees that the spider monster has a hold on Peter's hair, like the back of his head.
Okay.
And he screams as she drags him back into the house and locks the door behind them.
Are you kidding me?
No, I know. Peter wakes up in a deep, dark pit beneath the home.
Oh, no.
It's the one where you look up and you can see that door in the basement floor.
I was wondering about that because it didn't seem to ever come back significantly.
Yeah. He's not alone, though. There is a teddy bear with him. And upon closer inspection, the name Sarah is written on its tag. His sister's name is Sarah.
Okay.
A door opens up at the top of the pit, and Sarah, the spider monster, climbs her way down to him. And he asks her, "Why are you like this?"
A valid question. That's so
good. She says, "Not every child can be as perfect as you, Peter. I was just born this way, and no one loves a monster." Upstairs, we hear Miss Devine call out for Peter, and Peter tries to call back. Like, Miss Devine's back in the house now.
Oh, she came back.
Yes, but Sarah covers Peter's mouth. Miss Devine is making her way down the basement stairs with the fire poker, and she's like, "I don't know what you are, but if you kill him, I'll fucking kill you."
Ooh.
And then Sarah skitters out of the pit.
No, she doesn't. That's a bad word to use. Nobody is skittering anywhere.
She jumps out and at Miss Devine.
Gross.
Pulling her to the ground. And then she crawls up in her face, and it looks like she's getting ready to take a bite. But her hair is still flowing down into the pit because of how long it is.
Yeah.
And Peter grabs a hold of it, and he starts climbing as Sarah's head gets pulled back. Sarah's just up in the basement, like pulled back and can't really do anything, and he's just climbing up her hair. Miss Devine takes the opportunity to start whacking her with the fire poker now, too. And yes, together they are able to get her into the pit and close the chained door. Peter literally climbs his way all the way up. And while he's like got her head pulled back, fire poker to the spider monster, and then they shove her into the pit.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Yeah. As soon as Peter and Miss Devine start to run from the basement, Sarah switches to her sweet little kid voice and says,
"Stop it.
Peter, please. You're my brother. Don't you see, Peter? It's in our blood. You killed Mom and Dad. You're just like me."
No, not quite.
Peter screams at her, "No, I'm not like you." So Sarah brings her normal demon voice back and goes, "Do you really think this is going to keep me down here? Every night when you lie in bed, you'll wonder if you locked the door or saw a shadow move. Every creak, every groan, every tap in the wall, you'll think of me. We're family, Peter. I will always be with you. Always."
Oh.
And we end with a shot of Peter hallucinating spiders in his bed and the silhouette of Sarah rising up behind him, insinuating that he may have her trapped, but he will never escape the trauma that he has now.
Yeah, I mean, it's giant spider lady. That's a pretty good reason to have some trauma.
Yeah.
If you ask me. Yeah.
Indeed. So that's all. Yeah, she must have killed that trick-or-treater.
Right?
And then the parents covered it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
And put her in the walls.
The parents are interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's so frustrating because this was such an avoidable situation. Like, she did not need to become a spider lady that you're terrified of. You made her like that. Like, it's so, oh my God.
And then you stayed. Like, it's kind of like, I'm not surprised that they put her in the walls, but I'm surprised that they stayed in the house. I guess it's because they don't want to be found out and they're worried if someone else moves in, they'll know their secret. But like, it's just not a good long-term plan that you have going here.
And like, not that I agree with this, but if they are the way that they are, why don't they just kill her? Like, if she's a scary spider now, like, just kill her. Not that they should, but
if you're willing to lock her in the walls forever,
yeah, you might as well just kill her. That's so wild.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think like character motivation wise, we are a bit plot hole-y here.
But it's okay because it sounds like the atmosphere was pretty good.
Atmosphere was very fun. Performances were fun.
Yeah.
I would recommend watching this in the dark, literally, because like I had a hard time when I was trying to work on it, like with my window open and like my brightness was all the way up and I was like, I can't even see.
I hate that. I don't know if I could watch this spider stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awful. I have a concern about potentially I don't know if this question is going to be in there, but there's a question I'm worried about a potential.
Okay. Interesting.
So we'll see.
Well, speaking of, we have 7 questions for this final act.
Okay.
The first 3 aren't deadly, but the final 4 are.
All right.
How likely are you to refuse to kill your abusive parents?
I'm not going to kill anybody. I am going to say like 92. Like even given everything going on, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, I gave myself a 50.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 50-50 here. I just can't tell if I'd be capable as an 8-year-old. I feel like if you're scared enough and you don't conceptualize the permanence of death enough and like what it is to kill, like
that's true.
It's possible if I'm like have these abusive parents and I have this savior, it feels like telling me to do this, that I just do it without really thinking about what it really means.
That's true. That's true.
How likely are you to refuse to show up at your cousin's enemy's house for revenge? So basically I'm asking, are you going to skip out on being in that van to go heckle a kid?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It sounds like obviously Brian like sucks. We don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're the cousin, trying to like play devil's advocate here a little bit, and you know that some kid broke your cousin's ankle, like her leg, by pushing him down the stairs. Without the context, you're going to think that this is a bad kid.
Yeah.
You know? So you might be willing to go mess with them a little bit. Still not really my vibe at the end of the day, but I'm not going to get crazy here. I'll say like 64.
Okay. I did an 87.
Okay.
I think the most I would do is go along for the ride and stay outside in the van.
True.
Like, I don't think I'd end up in that house. I'd be too scared of getting in trouble.
No, I know.
Yeah. How likely are you to refuse to take it into your own hands and go help your student who called for help?
Right.
So are you going to stay back and not enter that house as the teacher?
I don't think I'm going. Again, because like I just come back to, I know I really shouldn't. And I don't necessarily think that like something insane is going on. Like I might think like, yeah, the vibes aren't great there. But I don't think I'm doing what she does here. So I'm going to go 87.
Okay. I went 65.
Okay. We just like flipped on those 2 questions.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I went 65 because, I mean, same lines where I'm like, I don't want to overstep. But I think what I would do is call the police for a wellness check. That's something, a really obvious thing to do here that I think is missing from like...
Sure, yeah.
I would go as far to call that a plot hole. Like, you really aren't going to call the police.
Yeah, right?
You're just going to keep taking matters into your own hands and go inside this house. Like,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So yeah, 65. All right, deadly questions now.
Here we go.
As a revenge teen / child, how likely are you to survive an attack from Sarah?
Not the most likely.
I know.
She sounds speedy and scary.
It's very instantaneous. She's very strong and sneaky.
Yeah. I think once you're in the house, you're kind of screwed unless you like, okay, for example, Brian or any of the other guys. Oh, look, blood. Let's go. Like, if I see blood, I'm out. I'm leaving that moment. So I'm going to go 15.
Bro, I went 13.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you're in there, it's like, what can you do?
What are you going to do? Yeah. That 15 only comes from leaving before the attack.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
As Miss Divine, how likely are you to successfully escape with Peter? and get help. So she failed. Peter kind of got stuck behind. This is the part where they run out of the house.
Oh, yeah.
And she escapes, but Peter does not.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about that part specifically here.
Okay. I think it's weird that she lost track of him. Honestly, like, I don't know how.
I don't know why you're not holding his hand.
Exactly. Like, I would be holding the kid's hand.
Yeah.
I think I would be in a position where I'm dragging them behind, though. Like, I don't think I'd have them in front of me because I'd push them over. Not intentionally, but, you know, just dragging. Better than she did, but not great. 42.
Okay, I went 25.
Okay.
Because, like, I do think even if I had a hold of Peter, I do think she would catch up to us. They were going as fast as they could, and she caught up and got him. So she'd probably just get both of us if I was holding his hand.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Also, she's not the speed of light, so I'm still at 25.
Right, exactly.
As Peter, how likely are you to climb out of the pit?
Nope. See, this is the question.
Help trap Sarah?
This is the question that
You can't touch that hair.
Can't touch that hair. There's spiders in it. There's spiders in it. I cannot touch that hair.
Wow.
There's no way.
You would rather, like, die of a slow starvation.
Do you think I would rather do that? No, I don't think I'm physically capable of touching that hair. Dude, like, I don't know. Can anybody back me up on this? Because, like, it goes deep. That spider fear goes deep, man. I'm literally giving myself a 2% on this.
Okay. I did give myself a low score as well. I gave myself an 18.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can climb that high.
Oh, okay. Also
like,
fair.
Strength-wise, I don't know. I mean, I probably was stronger. I was doing some monkey bars, you know, every day back when I was 8. Maybe I could, but I never had to do that, like, rope climb in school.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know how I would fare at that, but I don't think I would do very well. So more of a strength perspective.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get up there.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that part. I don't even got to think that far. I just ain't touching it. So
also, as an 8-year-old, I don't know if I would think to climb it. Like, I would probably just be a mess. Like, just sobbing.
Me too, honestly.
And finally, as Miss Divine, how likely are you to successfully attack and trap Sarah? Keep in mind, you do have Peter out at this point and helping pulling her head back.
Yeah. I think if I've got some help there, it shouldn't be like the hardest thing in the world, but she is a spider person, and I can't put her between a napkin and a cup and put her outside. So I have to touch her, which I don't want to do. 37.
I went 41.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Like, just, I don't know about that. That seems kind of crazy.
The reason I went on the lower end there is because, she's kind of easily distracted because of what he's doing. So that helps. But if she gets one chomp in, one scratch in, like, she's very strong.
Right.
Okay, so my third act score is 33%. And my final overall score is 33%.
Oh, that worked out kind of nicely.
Yeah.
My final act was 35, and my overall was 32.
Oh my gosh, so we have a 33%.
We both ended up in the same place, but I feel like we had, like, there was one point where we literally, like, flipped scores on questions, and there's just different reasons. We're both pretty dead, but for different reasons.
Exactly, yeah. No, we just, like, had a whole moment where we were like, wait, does this math make sense for our scores? Yeah. And it's because of that. It's because, like, we were disagreeing on our decisions a lot, but it evened itself out. And here we are. We're 33% dead.
Yeah, 1/3 dead.
That was Cobweb. Is it what you expected? It was not at all what I expected.
I did not expect a human spider. That was never on my radar, ever. Yeah. I thought there would be an actual spider, or it was just going to be, like, the spider aspect was just not going to exist, like, at all. And it was going to be, like, super, like, high level, like, highbrow.
Psychological.
Exactly.
Completely psychological, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you thinking of the black phone at all during this?
No. Should I have been?
I felt a lot of similarities to, like, black phone barbarian. Yeah, even weapons a little. I don't know. I got that because it's like you're trapped and you're talking to like a kid voice. And so that just very much is giving Black Phone.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, for sure.
Barbarian, like someone's been abused over time and it turns them into this monster.
True. You know? Yeah, it is very much a combination of those.
Yeah. And then you just add in some cobwebs and spider hair.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Well, you guys can check us out on Instagram at I'd Survive Podcast. Over there, we have a bunch of links to all the places you can find us, including on our Discord, where you can submit your own scores on our new fancy score does the math for you link submission page situation, and let us know, would you survive?
Let us know.